So I've made a couple of videos on Article 13 before, both in which I briefly explained what Article 13 is and also what you can do to help. And not only me, but so many other creators also made similar videos because Article 13 is a huge deal and a massive problem technically worldwide, because even if you are not in the EU, you are going to be indirectly affected. But despite all of our videos on it, despite all of the help we got from our audiences, despite creating what I believe is one of the most signed petitions ever, and despite literally no one wanting Article 13, it was recently approved anyway. Not only was there a petition to stop Article 13 that received over 5 million signatures, but there was actual real-life protests in Europe. But apparently the people who passed Article 13 openly admitted to ignoring all petitions. So you can tell right away that they really don't care at all and have absolutely no regards to what this will do to the internet as long as it benefits them. But with that being said, from the look of these people, they don't just not care about the internet, but they also look like they've never been on it in their lives. They are just a bunch of old people. And said old people had a vote. In fact, they had many votes. This issue has been going on for so long now because just nobody wanted it, and still to this day no one wants it. And if the fact that they voted to keep and approve Article 13 wasn't bad enough, wait until you hear this. 13 MEPs pressed the wrong button on crucial copyright vote. There was a total of 10 MEPs who meant to vote yes to amend the directive but either voted no or abstained, 2 MEPs who meant to vote no to amend the directive but voted yes, and 1 MEP who meant to abstain on amending the directive but voted no. This pretty much means, had all of the above managed to press the right button, the final vote would have been 319 for, 314 against, meaning the Parliament would have had chance to vote on amendments to the directive such as deleting Articles 13 and 11. They either accidentally pressed the wrong button or they had no idea what they were actually voting for, as many of them have admitted, although I have absolutely no idea how you accidentally press the wrong button, especially when the buttons look like this. Now, if you have eyes that work, you can probably figure out what these buttons mean and don't need me to tell you, but the fact that a good portion of them had absolutely no idea what they were voting for or what it would actually do exactly it is they were voting for, or had a little bit more insight on the problems it would cause, maybe add from here, or what I personally am going to do. I'd like to assure you that I have information on it at all. We find out that it has passed and that's it really. No date on. Not only will YouTube have to create and add another filter to tend to the requirements of Article 13, people who created Article 13 took a problem and added another problem, and I don't know about is how happy and excited these old people got when they heard that it was approved. The smug look on their faces are just so petty and frustrating to see, and even though it passed, stopped before it is really too late. But as of right now, all we know is that it's passed and that's it really. But anyway, let me know what you guys think of Article 13. Thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one.